Welcome to Untying the Knot, your go-to podcast for all things divorce. We're here to share stories and strategies to help you untangle the knots in your divorce so you can navigate it with confidence and clarity and build the life you desire. I'm your host, divorce coach Lisa Gu. Today, we're diving into a topic that's often overlooked during divorce, skincare. When life feels chaotic, it's easy to put ourselves last. I know this too well because I didn't take care of my skin or my hair or myself long after my divorce started. That's why I'm joined by the amazing Emilie Scissons, founder of Sugar Savvy, a beauty and wellness salon in Belmont Village in Kitchener, dedicated to helping people feel confident and cared for in their own skin. Today, we'll talk about simple, practical ways to nurture your skin even when time, energy, and money feel tight. Emilie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Emilie and we're very, very good friends. I'm super excited and I got my tea ready. First question, as we all know, divorce often can be very stressful. Why is self-care and especially skincare such an essential part of healing and rebuilding during any changes?
So divorce is an intense emotional journey that can leave a person feeling drained and disconnected from themselves. I know you and I've had that conversation before. And from my experience, self-care, especially skincare, becomes an essential anchor during this time of transition. It's not just about appearances, but I truly believe it's about reclaiming control and establishing a routine and nurturing your sense of self-worth, because it's, really tough during that time. Skincare in particular offers a moment of mindfulness in the chaos. It's a small but powerful daily ritual that reminds you that you matter, and taking care of your skin is a physical affirmation of healing, and it can restore confidence, help you reconnect with your body, creates a space for calm with everything else feeling uncertain. And it's one of the first steps in rebuilding not just your outer glow, but your inner resilience. And even just starting your day off with a good skincare routine in the morning, just even a quick couple of steps just before you get the house going and kids up and things like that makes you feel put together.
I love the word you say, glow, right? So our skin is a reflection of our outer glow, but it starts from within, the inside of that glow. And I feel like my skin is glowing and yours is glowing too. So talking about rituals, and for people, especially with kids during this time, and life can be hectic whether you are going through a big life change or not. Sometimes it's hard to find that just like 5-10 minutes to even put ourselves together or take care of ourselves. So when we're overwhelmed with the flow of life and short on time, you mentioned skin rituals very important. What are some 1 or 2 quick and easy practice you recommend?
Yeah, so my biggest thing was I was overwhelmed with all the skincare products that I have. So what I did was I got a new little makeup bag, and I just have a makeup bag for makeup and a makeup bag for just skin cleansers and skincare stuff. And I keep it separate, and it's just a quick little 5-step process that I do in the morning. So a gentle cleanser. So you want to start your day and end your day. I'm really bad myself for not washing my face at the end of the day. It's super important. With a gentle cleanser, you want a hydrating moisturizer, a toner as well. And just these couple of things will just really help you get going in the day. Even just like the mornings that I don't have time to throw even moisturizer on my face, say after a shower, my skin just feels really tight. So it's just nice to have that just there ready to go by your bathroom sink. I also keep a small makeup bag in my car too. So if I ever don't get out of the house, at least I have that to grab too.
Yeah. So you would recommend clean your face with a cleanser and then a toner and then moisturizer. What about sun protection?
Yeah, absolutely. I would highly recommend a really good sunscreen as well. They say SPF minimum of 30, but I would say I would do even in like 50.
And that's the morning. What about your night skincare routine? Is that the same or is it different?
I would do a gentle cleanser and a really good moisturizer if that's all you have time for. I know it's hard with finances and stuff like that, but that's the major thing. If you can get a good serum in there as well, that's also really important. And even if you can't wash your face at night, you're out late, you're working late, you're tired, even just cleansing it with a makeup wipe or something, just to get the makeup off and all the city smog and all the dirt and stuff from the day.
I think it's so important. It's shocking for me to hear people sleeping with their makeup on. It's so important, like brushing your teeth, right? You want to get all of the extra things off your face. You talked about the financial constraints, especially during divorce. What are some very affordable skin treatments, whether it's maintenance or treatments that you suggest for someone who wants to invest a little bit in that self-care?
Yeah, the problem is there's so many products, and if it's a bit tight with the budget, totally drugstore essentials. They have lots of gentle cleansers and moisturizers from trusted brands and budget friendly and dermatologist recommended. Really be looking at the ingredients and what's in it as well. You need a good cleanser and a good hydrating moisturizer with SPF. That's the foundational aspect, and it's cost effective. Ourselves, we do have regular promotions on our skincare products, and we do actually carry little face cleanser kits that have 4 to 5 steps on what to do. And there's different kinds for different skincare types. So dehydrated, dry, oily combination, T-zone, and it more affordable. You're not buying the big bottles and things like that. It just comes in like a little travel size friendly package, lasts between 1 and 2 months. I just have my 5 kind of sitting out at my sink or in that little bag I had mentioned, and I just grab it out, quickly do it, and then it's done for the day. The other thing is, I love a good DIY treatment, a weekly at-home mask using different ingredients. It's always fun. You can have a little mini spa for just a few dollars. Even those take-home masks that you can get, just laying them on your face and having a 20-minute you time is always good too. So, it doesn't have to be fancy things from a salon. You could totally do some research and check out what essentials the drugstore has, or do some at-home masks as well.
Yeah, like soaking the masks in a cucumber water or something.
Yeah, and there's even little kits that you can buy, a one-time mask that you can just open.
Okay, that's awesome. What about regular maintenance? So mask is one way. Maybe how often should people do mask? Like a month or?
Yeah, I would do, like, it just depends on what you're trying to conquer with your skin as well. So if you're struggling with acne breakouts and you're using some sort of mask that kind of helps with that, you may have to use that a little bit more, or even just spot treatments on those. The other thing too is you don't have to blow the bank and get a 60-minute or 90-minute facial. You could always look for places that offer like an express facial or a mini facial. That way you're kind of getting the spa experience, and you're not blowing the bank. It's not going to deal with every skin problem, but it is going to leave you feeling more refreshed, and you're going to have that little 20-30 minute break where you're just resting as well, which is nice. They say often seasonally is when you'd want to do more of like a facial for maintenance with the change of the seasons. Some people do it every 6 weeks, but again, you don't need to do that. It just really depends on what your skin issue is.
I think that's a good one, especially say if you can do a home mask, just give your skin a little bit even moisturizing is very important. I found during the change of season, my skin tends to get really, really dry. Like I can feel it, whether it's from winter to spring or summer to fall. And another way is that maybe treat yourself a little bit and during this change of season. That could make a huge difference because it's all a holistic system, right? Amazing. What about, actually, as you were talking, I was thinking exfoliation. Exfoliate.
Yes. So you just read my mind, actually. Good scrub. If you're struggling with dry skin, which I did this winter as well, and a lot of my clients did, like a good scrub that you could just do a couple times a week on your face would really help too. You don't want something that's going to be harsh though. So you want to be careful, again, reading ingredients and doing a bit of research on that aspect too. But I had a really, really dry face, and I went to work, got there 20 minutes early, soaked my face with a hot towel, and then I did the scrub, and it just made a difference. I let it sit on my face for about 20 minutes, and I'm telling you, it was a night and day difference just from that.
Yeah.
But it's consistency is what we need, and drinking water too, right? It's all that as well. So keeping hydrated, which is such a struggle when you're busy too.
Yes, you always forget to drink and keep hydrated. And also,
Yeah.
I love what you said. Consistency is the key. When we
Yeah.
wanted to see big results and big changes, right? We have to put some effort daily and also regularly, like a scrub on our body as well. And I totally agree. I feel so good. And absolutely be gentle, especially on your face. So let's come back to talk about stress now. Let's face it, life is so stressful, whether you're even dealing with divorce or not, whatever. Big changes, just even daily routines, right? Stress, we know, can put a lot of pressure and negative impact internally on our body. And our skin is the best reflection of that. I know that when I'm stressed, pimples just come out like all over the place. Stress can put a huge negative impact on your skin and where a lot of problems come out. So what are some common skin changes you see in clients under high stress? I mentioned pimples just for myself. How can they address them more effectively?
Yeah, so stress from life changes like divorce, it doesn't just affect your emotional well-being, like you said, but it definitely can deeply impact your skin. We've often seen clients, like you mentioned, with breakouts, dullness, sensitivity during the time. And so what we've really noticed, especially with the dry skin season that we just had in the winter that never wanted to end, we saw that we wanted to do kind of offer more of skin type treatments and then just traditional skincare. So we ended up getting in a IPL laser hair removal that also offers skin rejuvenation treatments. So that will help brighten and even out skin tone, tighten and firm the skin, and lighten dark spots, and also boost collagen and stuff like that. So we've seen it quite a bit, and we've had a lot of clients asking what more they can do more than just a facial. So
I love that. So let's say if they do have some resources to do skincare or spa treatment, what's your recommendation they should tap into during a high stress season of their life to feel more of themselves and improve their quality of the skin?
even as simple as changing your pillowcases regularly, washing them regularly, or even investing in a silk pillowcase, they can run anywhere from $10 to $60. But as for treatments and things like that, if you're needing more than just your quick morning routine or that 30-minute facial or even a 60-minute facial, and you're really wanting to target your dull skin, we offer IPL photo facials that really help brighten and tighten your skin. It helps with rosacea, dark spots, sun damage, and things like that. But again, being sun safe and wearing sunscreen is always going to help too, and to combat that as well.
What does IPL mean?
Intense pulse laser.
Oh, laser treatment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've tapped into that a little bit. So tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about laser. Why is that important to combine with your normal facial? So facial spa is just putting some products to clean your skin and massage. Sometimes facial is a deep cleaning of your blackheads on your nose or whiteheads. And tell us about incorporating laser treatment to make your face glow even more.
It really helps with brightening the skin, taking away sun damage, redness. It can target the capillary veins and that type of stuff that people struggle with. Had that around my nose, and we did one treatment when we were just playing with the machine when we first got it, and it really made a huge difference. If you do have the budget, going somewhere that offers really high quality photofacial services or laser treatment services, because I've had clients that have gotten a deal and did hair removal 18 times, and I'm still sugaring that area. So wherever you go, you want to do your research and make sure that you're going to the best place. And it might cost little bit more, but in the long run, you're going to need less treatments and have better
results. Amazing. And Emilie, I was shocked to hear. I shouldn't be shocked because I do yoga. There are tons of men doing yoga too. And I know you have a lot of male clients. Let's hope the audience will be listening are some men, and I'm gonna put it out there, like it's for men and women, right? And whether you are divorced or not, I mean, this podcast can be very helpful. And there any specific tips for men out there for skincare, what they should invest a little bit more or pay attention to more?
So don't have a super hot shower that's gonna just really dry you out and tighten your skin, make it feel tight. It's okay. Like, guys totally should get a gentle cleanser and cleanse their face every day, even if it's just in the shower quick in the morning. Definitely moisturize. And I definitely say throwing on an SPF sunscreen or a combination moisturizer sunscreen. We have seen lots of guys come in for photo facials for sun damage. It's not invasive. It's very minimal downtime. A lot of guys will get sunburnt golfing on the course, and then they've got some sunspots and things like that. So we've done quite a bit of that since we've got the machine. So it's not just for us women, guys too. But definitely cleansing and wearing a good moisturizer with an SPF is huge. It's going to save your skin in the long run too, preventing damage. And wearing hats too outside.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially if you've been through maybe a divorce and you want to get back to the dating game, you want to look at your best. And talking about the downtime, the laser treatment, what is that like? Does it hurt?
Our handheld piece has a cooling component to it. So it's cooling your skin before it does the little zap, and the zap feels like a rubber band. So like it just feels like a rubber band, like a little flick, just like a little flick. We cleanse the face before we do the service. Then we do the service, and then we end with moisturizing and adding an SPF. And then we just say to continue wearing SPF and try to stay out of the sun, or wear a hat and sunglasses and things like that. We always do a consult before actually doing the procedure to go over everything to make sure it's a right fit for the season that we're in. Typically, a lot more of these are done more in September and fall and winter. But we have done some because people are inside and wearing hats and things and being super sun safe. It's been really good. It's a very high-end, high-quality machine that we got in.
Emilie, what's the downtime you usually would give after a laser treatment? And what does that downtime look like?
There's very little downtime. When you leave, we put the moisturizer and sunscreen on you, and you're good to go as long as you're wearing a hat and staying out of the sun. We usually say to try to avoid the sun for about a week. And then depending on what type of laser service you're doing, it would be 4 weeks in between for the next photo facial and 6 weeks for IP hair laser hair removal. So that's very little downtime.
And I was also advised that you may not want to do sauna or like very high temperature hot yoga, and then within 24 hours. Yeah.
Within 24 hours, you don't want to be in a sauna, fully submerged in a pool or hot tub, and you don't want to have a really hot shower.
So basically, we wanted to keep your heart rate relatively calm and low because of the veins in your skin, right? Well, we don't want them to have any issues after the laser treatment. That's what I was told. Amazing. So I love treat myself to a facial spa or treatment. Like, it really helps me feel good. And just even the act of taking care of myself, spending not only time, but money on myself to make myself feel good and look good. And can you think of some client case where skin care and also taking care of themselves and helped them to boost confidence and the sense of self? Because I know working with my clients during especially big changes like divorce, we start questioning about ourselves a lot.
So I've encountered this quite a bit, not just with skincare, with also just people coming in and getting a spray tan and leaving, and just they were nervous. I had one lady call me and she said, "I'm 55. Is that okay?" And I said, "I spray tan my 85-year-old mother-in-law. We do every age and shape and size and everything." So we really try to create a really warm and inviting space. So even just everyday people that are just living their normal lives, they feel good. I do have one story before I talk about my one client that was going through a divorce. One of my really good friend's daughter comes to me for sugaring. What the daughter and I talk about stays between us in the treatment room. If she has piercings or tattoos that her mom doesn't know about, we don't talk about it. So, or boyfriends or whatever. It's very professional that way. But her mom did text me and said, "I know she saw you today." And I said, "Why do you say that?" And she said, "Because she has the bounce in her step that she only has when she leaves your spa."
Aww.
And I thought for an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old, I've been sugaring her forever. That's a huge deal for that age, right? She's going off to university, lots of things going on, graduating and things like that. So I thought that was pretty cool just to hear that feedback.
I love that story, Emilie. And I think it's that little symbol of joy we give ourselves. I think about an example. During Easter, I brought my kids to Toronto. We went to the distillery district, and I found this fountain pen, which is I love writing. So I went there and my son wanted to buy one. I was like, absolutely, this is for you to exploring writing. We talked about both of our oldest have trouble writing, right? It's very common. My son has ADHD. It's very common symptom for kids have ADHD, have trouble writing. I was like, absolutely, I'll buy you this one. Then I found this fountain pen, which is $60, okay? And I loved it when I wrote. I like writing, handwriting. But then I was debating, I was like, oh, do I really need it? $60. Can I live without it? And the owner of the pen shop said one thing. He said, oh, it's just the simple joy of life. And I was like, sold, because the $60 is my luxury of embracing my joy of life, right? And so can be skincare and book an appointment for ourselves to relax and to take care of ourselves. It can go a long way. So I love that the bounce of the steps. Now it's such a visual image for me. It's like that simple joy of life.
It's just normalizing that we all have hair. It's not, it's not an uncommon thing. People always think, it's just them and we're our own worst critics. We really try to say to people like, this is, normal. It's hard being a woman, and we have a lot on our plates and we have to look good too. And it's a lot of pressure. And, I started this business. It's right in my mission statement to have people feel good about themselves. And, it's even like a quick 20-minute spray tan, even just to get that little oomph back. My favorite thing is when my hair is curled and I have a spray tan on.
Emilie, I think not everyone know what does sugaring mean. Can you tell us, for those who don't know? And also, you have both men and women clients who sugar, right? What's sugaring?
Sugaring is for hair removal. It's similar to waxing in that it removes the hair, but it's actually very different. So we use a Canadian-made product that's all natural, no harsh chemicals, and it's paraben-free. It's in a temperature-controlled pot, so there's no risk of burning, so it's safer. We pull in the direction of hair growth, so we actually pull the full hair out where wax breaks the hair off. So the hair is going to grow in thinner, finer, and less over time. So you're going to get longer out of the service, and it tends to be less painful over time because when we pull the full hair out, we're actually weakening the hair, we're damaging it. So it's going to hurt less. You're getting a really nice exfoliation. So all the dry skin's being pulled up, so less chance of ingrown hairs as well. And because we're not breaking the hair off and there's less irritation, less chance of ingrown hairs from that reason too. Really good for your skin. It's good exfoliant, great for sensitive skin and things like that too. And yeah, we do men and women.
Yeah, that's amazing. So my personal experience, like waxing, always get those rashes around me. Oh my God. And they tend to go like in a day or two, but that's just shows how intrusive that is. Sugaring the product itself is more natural. And I didn't know that it actually pulls the whole hair as well. So it's in the long run, and it's better for you. Amazing. I love that, because not everybody knows the difference or even heard the terms. I love the story about your younger client and even her mom noticing that. You also mentioned that you have some story about how your client who went through a divorce find confidence in taking care of themselves.
I had the one client that came to mind when you had asked me this question was she'd just gone through a really painful divorce, and she came in just feeling completely disconnected from herself, busy mom, work, just a lot going on. So she had booked a facial, which she'd never booked with us before. She'd always come in for sugaring. She didn't really know what to expect. And during the first appointment, she said it was the first time in weeks that she actually could let herself just breathe. She actually fell asleep during the facial, and she had said she just felt really rested. And it was the first time in weeks that she actually felt just rested and at peace. And then over the next couple of months, we built a routine together. I got her a rapportage at home care set that she could do the morning routine and the evening routine at home with the 5 steps. And then that would help with her skin rejuvenation. And by her second facial, we rebooked her for 6 weeks, I think it was. But her skin started to glow. And it was more than just that. She really started to glow. And when I saw her for a third appointment, she booked it with the season change. She said to me, I'm starting to feel like me again. And that really spoke to me, because, that's what skincare can do. It's not just about how you look, but it's reconnecting to your strength.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit of emotional here. It's just so true because as we go through divorce, we have this sense like, who am I anymore, right? We kind of lose ourselves in our marriage for whatever reason. When we start to focusing on ourselves, whether it's physically, mentally, and sometimes financially, to really take ownership of our new single life. And a lot of power can come from that, as you mentioned, that it's that reconnection with the true authentic self. This is a real transformation. It's not just your skin. And so once you do that, of course, your skin will glow. It starts with you taking care of yourself.
It's so true. And it's so hard because it's so easy to not spend that 5 minutes on your face and just to get the morning routine going. I've started to actually get up half an hour earlier just so that I can get a shower in quick first and not feel as rushed with trying to get everything else done. But it's just doing that extra 30 minutes for yourself, which is not easy. You're tired and things like that, but just having to put yourself first will just make you feel better for the rest of the day.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, it comes different shape of and form too, right? It doesn't have to be a big budget thing, but you can also invest in hiring and go to a spa like Emilie's and doing professionally. So if someone could just do one small thing for themselves today to feel a little bit more beautiful and empowered, what would you suggest to them to start with?
If you could do just one thing today for yourself, let it be taking 5 quiet minutes, just cleanse your face and apply a nourishing moisturizer with an SPF and really just touch your skin with care. No rushing, no judgment. Just give back to yourself. That one small act can shift your whole mindset and remind you that you're still worthy of love, especially from yourself.
That's big. Oh my goodness. Emilie should come to coaching with me because ultimately it's our sense of self. It's our sense of enoughness and worthiness, right? When we choose to invest in ourselves, whether it's an education or physical exercise or skincare or spa or laser treatment, is taking care of ourselves, putting ourselves in the center, and not in the sense of being selfish, but in the sense of being self-focused, because we can't fully love others until we give that love to ourselves.
You've said that to me so many times, and it's so true.
I'm learning too. Saying is one thing, practicing is another. Amazing. Emilie, anything else you want to add before we wrap this up? And this has been so much fun.
It has been. Thank you. I just want to say, again, it doesn't have to be in a fancy little bottle, the product, or like there's a lot of marketing and advertisement that goes behind a lot of these big products. It doesn't, if you do your research, you don't need to spend several $100s on a skincare moisturizing cream. I learned that from my rep with Reposage. I was invited to an open house and everybody was going gaga over this $400 serum. It was in a tiny little glass bottle, wrapped super fancy. And I ran back to my rep and I said, she's willing to give it to us at wholesale. Should I buy it? And she goes, Emilie, you already have the best products. It's the same thing. You're comparing apples to apples and your products are much, much less. And so it's just remembering to not get fooled by the advertising, the marketing and the packaging and things like that. And there are really good products at the drugstore if you do your research and you see where things are coming from as well. You don't have to go to a fancy spa for everything. It can be at-home care, things from the local drugstore and things like that.
And another good way, I think, Emily, you mentioned a lot, is really look at the ingredients of the product.
Yeah.
And there are apps and free you can download. And when you go to the drugstore or something, you can just scan the barcode. It will tell you like from a point of 1 to 100, like how healthy the product is. I've been using that and you'll be shocked. Like some of the big name brands is actually not that healthy, and some no name brand or common product which is very affordable and are actually more healthier, and that goes to your shampoo and conditioner as well. So very important. Amazing. Thank you so much, Emilie, for jumping on the show. Where can people find you?
So I am located in Belmont Village in Kitchener, and we've been here for about 9 years. You can check us out on Instagram at Sugar Savvy Beauty Boutique or sugarsavvy.ca.
Amazing. And what are some of your star services per se? What do you usually offer?
Sugaring for hair removal is what we've started with for almost the past decade, and then as well as spray tans, so custom organic airbrushed spray tans. And then we've also do facials, lash lifts and extensions, brow laminations, tinting. And now we've embarked on my new laser IPL machine that we're super excited about. We're definitely excited about the new services that we've been offering the past month, and really excited to make people feel good about themselves and pop on in and come visit us.
Amazing. And that reminds me that I should book an appointment with you and also try your new laser service.
Yeah,
and
we'll have to do something.
Smooth my skin out of it. And amazing. Thank you so much, Emilie. And until next time, and we will see you later.
Thank you for tuning in. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone who might need it. And take a moment to leave a review on your favorite podcast app. It helps more people discover the show. This is Lisa Gu. Until next time, stay strong.